Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel, Coffee Cards and Clarity. I wanted to get on today and just do a soul connection reading without the tarot. So it's just going to be messages. It's going to be more intuitive, and it's just going to be messages for the soul connection. It won't be messages for everybody. So there may be a few things in there that resonate with you and the rest does not. But hopefully there'll be something in there for quite a few people. And like I said, this will be soul connection messages, so it won't be like a continuous reading like I usually do. So these are just going to be messages, and they'll be individual. Some may go with each other, but in general, I'm just trying to get as many messages to come through as I can. So I am just going to start pulling cards and see where we go. Okay. What I'm going to do today is I'm going to shuffle each deck 3 times, and if something wants to fly out, it will. If not, I will pull from the top or the bottom, whichever I feel called to. So one more shuffle, and we already had some cards fly out. So those will contain the messages we need to hear. Receptivity. Allow yourself to receive. This will increase your intuition, energy, and your ability to give to others. So what I'm hearing from this is this message is for someone or a group of people who are listening, and they have no problem giving in life, giving of themselves, giving of their time, giving of their energy, giving of their love, but they have a hard time receiving things in general in the 3D, compliments even. Okay, this actually extends into the kind of spiritual level as well. Okay, so they're not able to receive their intuition or energy or anything like that. They're having a block. It's extended beyond just, they don't want help in the real world. They don't want compliments. They don't want any of that. It's extended to the energy level in 5D, where they're even blocking that. So that is the message to those who feel that they're blocking everything in the 3D world and in the 5D world. It's letting you know, if you want more help in the 5D, you are going to actually have to show that energy in the 3D. Learn to receive. Even if you're a very giving person, we still need to learn to receive. So that message wanted to come through for one or some of you. Inner wisdom. You know what to do. Trust your inner wisdom and take appropriate action without delay. So this message is for anybody who's feeling just that they're doubting themselves, they're doubting their decisions, they're doubting their own intuition. This message is just telling you to trust your inner wisdom and take appropriate action without delay. So basically, start taking those steps and see what happens, okay? That's the message coming through. Prosperity. The universe is pouring its abundance out to you. Be open to receiving it. So I believe this message stands on its own, but it also goes back to the receptivity, okay? So again, with the receptivity, you have to be able to receive, to get any of the abundance, to get the intuition that could lead you to abundance, okay? Now we have past life. This situation involves your past life memories. I'm going to leave that there. We're going to pull some more cards from different decks. There will probably be some more energy that comes through that will describe this past life, okay? Or just anything that we need to know for that past life. I'm going to go ahead and pull some from this deck. Okay. 3 shuffles. One more shuffle. Okay. Okay. I think I will pull some more from the top as well. We have Divining for Light, card number 11. So that's an energy with a message that wanted to come through. Shock of the New, number 6. Okay. Be the hunter, not the hunted. Okay. What's wanting to come through here right now, I'm going to set Divining for Light down for a minute. Shock of the new and be the hunter, not the hunted. So this message wanted to come through. I've spoken about this, at least in person, with other people, and I'm not sure if I've included any of this information in any of the readings that I put up. I'm kind of getting confused on private readings and general readings that I put up on YouTube. So there is an energy that is surrounding quite a few people right now, where what's happened is they've had this awakening, they've had this realization. It's kind of like the Ace of Swords energy. It's, you know, recognition of this newish or fresh kind of idea. But I extend that to, in this situation, a realization. It's this new aha moment. And what's happening is there's a group of people that were so easygoing, that they were so laid back, that if they did not, for instance, if someone said, where do you want to go for dinner tonight? They really didn't care where they wanted to go for dinner. They didn't have an actual craving or anything like that. So it really made no difference to them. They viewed food as just fuel anyway. So they had, you know, never took a stand with like, okay, where do we go for dinner? So they left it up to everybody else. Well, if everybody else that's surrounding this person is a little bit of a control freak and they have a control issue, what's going to then happen is that every time this person who really didn't care, so they let someone else who seemed to care make the choice, every time they did that, this control freak, they then internalized this I won feeling. Not only did they internalize this I won feeling, they then viewed themselves as dominant and domineering and dominating over the one who's just more laid back. And it became a one-sided power struggle with this other energy not even really participating in it. But it was the more and more and more laid back and easygoing that they became, the more that these people that were in control became almost abusive. Like they demanded to be in charge. Well, you know, you owe other people respect if they've earned respect, but you don't owe other people your life's choices. So these 2 cards, Shock of the New, this realization that you actually need boundaries when you don't even feel you need boundaries. When you're just trying to be laid back, you still need to have some boundaries because other people have their own hangups and issues. So that's kind of a new realization or a new idea. And the next card is Be the Hunter, not the Hunted. Go ahead and tell them where you want to eat. Go ahead and it's not really about where you want to eat. It's almost about letting them know their place. Okay? Letting them know their place. They are not dominant over you. They do not control you. They do not control your choices. And very simply, we do not owe anyone else our life's decisions or our life's choices. That wanted to come through. Okay. And I'm not sure if I said divining for light or diving for light, but this card is diving for light, and it's card number 11. And I really want to get more cards. I've already shuffled, so let me just take a few. Releasing allegiances. That is what I was just kind of talking about. That goes with that energy. You know, releasing allegiances. Like I said in my example, if you've let just someone choose something all the time, you've maybe done it out of respect for them. But they're going to have respect for you too. If you've shown that kind of level of respect continually for a considerable amount of time, you need the respect back. They're not dominating you. This is a fight that only they're in. So you need to release that sense of bowing down to somebody or being so laid back that they literally think they're in control of everything, including you. Pandora's gift. Okay, we're going to talk about that in a minute. I'm going to pull 2 more cards. Spirals of manifestation. And what do you feel? Okay. So what I want to say for diving for light and spirals of manifestation, this is an energy for the soul connection to go towards the light, okay? And the spirals of manifestation, all those spirals, it's not a circle, so it's not just a cycle. So you're spiraling up to a different level, okay? You're spiraling up to a different level. The diving for light, this card, whatever the meaning is in the book, what I want to say with this card is what it means to me is diving for light. So you dive down deep. You have to go through some of the shadow areas to clear those away before you can get to that light, before that light can come in. And once that light can come in and the light bulb clicks and you realize you have the ability to manifest. You have the ability to manifest. And don't feel so detached, like, well, this is out of this world type of energy. If it helps, while you're manifesting, imagine yourself, still grounded to the earth, not so high, floating up in the air. And if you need to, just consider it like a spiral staircase. So let your manifestation, instead of feeling so otherworldly, let it kind of go up this spiral staircase. If you need to do that, if you need to take your time when you start learning manifestation. And I do recommend taking your time when you start learning manifestation. There's nothing worse than manifesting something to come into your life when you're not ready for it. It's not a good thing. It causes heartache. It causes a lot of issues. Let's see what other cards I'm going to be pulling from quite a few card decks. So I never know what I'm going to grab until I turn around. Okay. And I'm just leaving these cards all out so I can put more cards and add to any of the information that I had, that already came through. Three shuffles. Whoa. With this control issue that I mentioned that's coming through with releasing allegiances, shock of the new, and be the hunter, not the hunted. I'm also, as I was shuffling, I was also getting another energy that wanted to come through identifying in this situation. And that was an energy of someone, and this came through in another reading, which I don't think was put up yet. Whoa. But that was an energy of someone's parent, and I do believe it was a mother, was so controlling that's what ended up happening. Basically, that mother felt so, in this reading that I'd done, that mother felt so entitled and she was so controlling that she felt owed the life choices of her child, who's an adult at this point, and that was causing complete unhealthy bond with the mother, complete unhealthy bond with other people, and also it prevented any type of healthy bond from coming through. So we have the crown chakra. Okay, so that's also about opening up for healing and manifestation. We have embrace. We have dedicated effort. We have heal. We have spread your wings. This comes through with a lot of things. Being open to your intuition, being open to receive from others, and even energetically. So this may be something that you're not really kind of used to doing, but it is time to spread your wings, okay? And as far as what I was talking about, this dedicated effort, that's with anything in life. You know, if you want to make the changes, start taking steps, but make this a dedicated effort to do it on a continual basis, whether that being open to receive from others, whether that's just constantly wanting to go in and listen to your inner wisdom and learning how to, you know, go through the shadows and get to the light and accept things, and, you know, a healing, just dedicating your efforts on a daily basis to something like this. Clarity of belief. Okay. Shock of the new. This is yelling at me right now. Shock of the new. Be the hunter, not the hunted. Releasing allegiances and clarity of belief. This is coming through because, like I said earlier, this is the Ace of Swords energy. This is a new kind of realization. They have like sudden and instant clarity after something had happened. This group of people that's coming through with this energy, something had happened and they had sudden clarity. And like in that case of just people thinking that they're in control of you or dominant of you because you're so laid back, or that stifling, overprotective, overbearing parent that came through in a different reading. Take the lead. So dedicated effort and take the lead. So don't always trust others. Trust in your own intuition as well, and know that you have the ability to do this yourself. You don't need to turn to others. You don't need to turn to others. Okay, no, I haven't done these yet. Okay. Some of these decks are so difficult for me to shuffle because of their size. So 3 shuffles, there's 1. That wanted to fall. 2, 1 more, 3. Okay. And I will say this, in the other reading that I did that had that overbearing, stifling mother in it, this Phoenix Rising was also came through in that reading. So here, so did Hole in the Soul. Okay. So we have a hole in the soul. So there's feeling like something is missing. I'm going to put that with a past life. I do believe that that has to do with past life energy. We have the Phoenix Rising, which this is, along with this energy, become the hunter, not the hunted. Entrapment, which I do feel this goes with this energy as well. This is when the people were letting other people call all the shots because they were so laid back. They ended up feeling trapped in this own cycle that they created just by being so laid back and easygoing. When the adult child of this mother was letting, you know, her call all the shots, dictate what was going on for their life, that was a form of entrapment. With that parent, it's more like enmeshment. Okay, they're enmeshed. We have wild. We have soulmate. Wild and soulmate. Okay. What's coming through with this wild card is it actually is connected with the soulmate card. We have the 14 and the 15. It is going along with this past life and the hole in the soul. And these 2 cards, I'm feeling them belong with this past life energy. And so part of this wants to come through, and it's saying that what you have right now in your life, for those watching and their people, there are soulmates that have been brought in to help along this journey, okay? It is a wild and crazy ride, and it did start a long time ago, and it has been going on for lifetime after lifetime. Everything about it is wild and incredible, and on that raw, untamed level, okay? Even though it's as it's supposed to be, it still has this sense of wild and raw. And it does leave a hole in the soul. All of these memories, being with different soulmates and not being with maybe the actual divine soul connection, does tend to leave a hole in the heart. And you feel like something's missing. You always feel like there's something missing. You search and you think if you can just figure something out, it will all make sense. But what ends up happening is you in that quest to just figure this out, you learn so many other things. You never quite get that one answer you were looking for, but you got so many other answers, okay, that it did start to help with the journey and the awakening. Let's pull some more cards. And what I want to say with this, how do you feel? Right now, what I'm feeling is that this is in regards to a lot of this. When you needing to receive, whether that's in the tangible or, just your own, being open to your own intuition, ask yourself, how do you feel? When you are in your enlightenment and your awakening and you're traveling through the journey and you're taking these dedicated steps along the way to know whether or not you're on a good path or whether you still need to work on some lessons or something on that path. Ask yourself, how do you feel? A lot of this, how do you feel? A lot of this past life feeling that comes up for people, it is because of just a feeling they have that they can't even explain. Okay? And then also with this overbearing parent or with controlling people that are in laid back people's lives, start asking yourself, instead of, what do I want for dinner? Ask yourself, how would it feel if I chose dinner for the first time and everybody said no? Even though I've been so laid back, how would that feel? Because what you're allowing is all of these people to literally think that they are in control of you, that they get to make those decisions. Nobody is really taking into consideration how you feel. And you're realizing that now. There's this sudden clarity and you're realizing it. And this is more new for you. And it doesn't matter what age you are. This sudden clarity is very new for you. Okay, one more shuffle. Okay. We have romantic love, Aphrodite. We have forgiveness. We have flow, two more. Revelation, this clearly goes with this new clarity. And the in-between. This goes with the hole in the soul. This is why some people are living right now with one foot in two different worlds, basically. Because they have a hole in their soul and they're trying to fill it with what they feel they need because of this past life connection. Even though there may be soulmates involved, okay? What's coming through here is several things. Be open to accept and receive that romantic love, okay? This past life connection, it was a romantic love. It is a divine soul connection that is coming through lifetime after lifetime. Forgiveness. In every one of these situations, forgiveness does need to come into play, including forgiving the mother. Doesn't mean you need to accept that. The overbearing mother or the controlling friends or relatives or family or a spouse or whatever in these situations. Forgive. You don't have to continue, okay, to take it, but forgive. And then find your flow and go with that. It's so much easier than to go with the flow than to push against anything, to push against it. So open yourself to receiving these gifts from your own intuition and go with the flow. Okay. See what other messages want to come through, or if there's more clarification or expounding that wants to come out. These cards are super big for my hands. Okay. Two more shuffles, and then I will pull from the top. We did get a few that fell out. Okay. We may have enough. I'm not sure. Okay, these are the energies that wanted to come through from this deck. Voodoo and blue, back off. Okay, this is very much this energy. While there is going to need to be forgiveness after this huge revelation with this controlling person, friends, family, whatever, there needs to be that energy of, okay, here's my boundary, back off. You're not doing it again. It's not happening ever again. Go gray rock if you need to, okay? Storm angel, collision of beliefs, styles, attitudes, and energies. Okay, so when you start healing and you're getting, trying to manifest and you're diving through the dark to the light, okay? When you start doing all that, there will come a time where you just feel this kind of storm angel energy, collision of beliefs, styles, attitudes, and energies. That may be why people tend to want to try to close off and block and not be open to receiving the energy. But receive it, transmute it, work with it, learn it. That's, do a little bit of it every single day. It doesn't need to be a long time. You can sit in meditation in complete silence for 10 minutes. Magical space clearing time. Okay, so the first thing I heard when I read that out loud, magical space clearing time, was it's time to kick that mama out. Okay, so that is just because that energy that I picked up the other day of the overbearing, stifling mother was so overwhelming. And now that's kind of what it's representing to me. But it's also about just making space for your own wants, desires, and issues that you want to deal with. Ghosts of the past. The past returns for a time. This is echoing in for the past life energy. So this is your divine soul connection from the past life. That is the big, whether you want to call it twin flame or just soul connection, whatever. They are back, whether you're together in 3D or 5D or in separation, whatever. But that is back. That energy is back in this lifetime for you right now. You're feeling it. That's probably why you clicked on this video. This is confirmation that it has come back and that it is here for you again this lifetime. I'm just going to keep going. one more shuffle. And then I will pull from the top if need be. I do not think I need to, but we'll see. Okay. Let's see what energies are coming through. Okay, here's the messages that want to come through from this deck. Apprehension, moving out into the world with doubt and fear. All of these things could cause that. So this is acknowledging that. I do feel it's more strongly associated with the past life energy, bringing it into this life, and transmuting that. And there's extreme apprehension around that. Also with this controlling group of people, the people that are trying to get out from under that and trying to quit being dominated by people just because they're so relaxed and stifled by others. They know what needs to happen, but sometimes they're a little apprehensive to take those steps because what's wanting to come through right now is their sense of having reverence and respect are so strong that it's going to be hard for that adult child to break away from their overbearing, stifling mother. Even though that's what needs to happen, it's still going to be hard because they don't want to hurt their mother, but they also need to have their own life. They don't owe their parent their life's decisions. We also have clearing away obstacles, protection, and guidance. That's for a lot of these as well. That's what's happening right now for the past life energy connection to come back around for this life. That's what's happening when you are ascending and manifesting. That's what's happening when you're open to receiving. And that's what's happening in the physical when you are putting up your boundaries and walking away from controlling, overbearing, stifling people. Intuitive communication, silent whispers of the heart. This goes with the past life connection. That is how their communication is happening. And this also goes with the manifestation energy. A jewel within a teardrop. Appreciation, spiritual and emotional reconnection. Same thing. Again, this is part of the past life and the healing and manifesting energy. Thinking of you, a loving thought, serendipity. So that's just a message from the guides and God and ascended masters that they are thinking of you. Rising above, clarity, freedom, solution. So again, they have the clarity now to see that they are being mistreated or taken advantage of or being controlled or being stifled. Now they have that clarity. They have the freedom to extricate themselves from that or to put up those boundaries and rise above. This also applies with the past life energy that's coming through. Once that is known that this is what's happening, maybe you can get out of your head and stop being so confused and just accept it, surrender to it, and work with it. Get back in the flow. Okay. 4 shuffles. Wow. One more. Okay. I do believe I have enough. Okay. We have, let's see, that's not one of those cards. Okay. We have peacemaking. What wants to come through with this energy right now is like for part of the past life that's coming through. This is about you know, coming to a peaceful balance. That's what the end of these, or that's not what the end of these journeys. That's what these journeys are about, coming to this peaceful balance, okay, within and within the soul connection. Also, though, the people that are being controlled by the family or friends or parent, when they extricate themselves, they don't have to cut them off completely. There will come a time where it will be more peaceful, okay? Creation, that opens for the adult child that needs to break away from their parent, from their mother, that opens the door for creation for them. That lets them create their own life, create their own dreams, procreate with another person, that kind of thing. What you're creating right now is part of the journey, this soul connection journey. And whether you're together in 3D or 5D, you are still working on the spiritual level and creating this together. We have resistance. So this card is coming through just to let some people know that their resistance is still really high up. They're not able to go with the flow. Okay, they're still resisting. And then we also have blood. What I'm getting with this card is, you know, with all of this happening between the people close to people that are trying to be controlling or stifling, that's causing bad blood. I also have for the past line, this past life energy that's coming through, that this is about clearing bloodlines. So that's what's wanting to come through there. I'm going to get, these are kind of more dark. So I'm going to pull some cards from this deck to try to see any of the kind of more concerning energy that wants to come through. I'm going to say this, and once I say it, it probably won't happen, but I don't believe I've ever pulled from this deck without getting the sacrifice card. So I'm going to shuffle these pretty good. One more time. And then I'm going to shuffle again. And then I will, look, there it is. I always pull that card. But anyway, let's see if it comes out this time. Okay. So these cards have more shadow aspects, okay? So let's see what wants to come through. Okay, this card is today for tomorrow. And let me just pull and then I'll talk more. Okay. 3 more shuffles. Okay. Okay. So the cards that came out were the 32 card, which goes to a 5, which is today for tomorrow. What wants to come through with this card is some people are, like in this situation with the people who are just so laid back, they let other people make the choices. You know, they're just wanting to get along for today. And what's ending up happening is, since they had done that for so long, since they did that today, that's what's expected tomorrow. So this card, you need to just put up boundaries. You need to start as you mean to go on. And also what's coming through is, even if you haven't, if it's been 10 years, 20 years or whatever, in this same cycle or whatever has been going on with controlling, stifling people, decide to start tomorrow. Tomorrow's starting day 1. Here's my boundaries. Where do I want to go to eat? You know, I want to go to that steakhouse. That's where I want to go. Pick something. See how they react. Be very observant, okay? naked before the stars. So be your true self. Okay, be your true self. Let the illumination come into you. Let it give you the wisdom that you seek. Okay. Okay, see, like I said, these have some dark energies. There's an energy of revenge, 23, which can go to a 5. I am seeing that the people that are now going to be faced with boundaries, that are pretty controlling, they're not going to like it. They're not going to take it very well. That mother is probably going to really, I actually hear her saying right now, I'm taking you out of the will. Okay, you know what? So be it. The temple of my body. So this goes with the healing and the past life energy and taking care of yourself. Black flower fragrance. Accepting things for how they are. For instance, these friends or family that are overbearing, or the mother that's, stifling, you accept them for who they are. It doesn't mean they get to be in control of you, though. Here we have that these people, they didn't take it too well with these boundaries, and they kind of are getting mad and want revenge. But, at some point when things calm down, there is an ugly side of love. And part of this black flower fragrance energy is accepting the beautiful side of love, but also some of the ugly sides of love. That also can apply to the past life energy that's coming through, okay? When I say accept the ugly side of love, that's not abusive physically. So you're not accepting someone abusing you. You're not accepting someone controlling you or making it to where you have no healthy relationships as an adult. You're not accepting that. You're still accepting that is your family member and that you love them, though. You can't stand their personality or what they do, but you do love them. So that is for that specific, case like that. But in general, when this card comes through, it's just about accepting all of the parts and knowing that, there's some ugly sides of love. Okay, we're going to do, I think, 5 more decks. Let me put these up. No, 6 more decks. And hey, I did not get that sacrifice card again. That's good. No one is sacrificing themselves anymore. Okay. For any energies or messages that want to come through, two more shuffles, and then I will pull from the top. Okay. Wow, these are full of messages today. Okay. I have a few. 2 on the floor as well. Okay. The Fates. So this is confirmation that this is a destined soul connection, destined divine soul connection. Come to the edge. Get ready. You have what it takes. Get in your starting position. Get ready. Take that leap of faith at some point. By the book, no matter what's happening, this is by the book. This is how it's supposed to be. Flexible. Be flexible. What you think things look like when they appear to you, they may look completely different. So don't get so fixated on what you think reunion looks like or what you think anything looks like. Be flexible. Unfinished symphony. So this is a reminder that this past life energy keeps coming around. This is an unfinished symphony. We had talked about people living in 1 foot in each in, you know, different worlds, not standing in the here and now. So this message is coming through to, we also had the soulmate card come through earlier. So you don't need to sit and wait alone if you're not with your divine counterpart. Don't have one foot in both worlds. Don't split. Do live your life. If a soulmate comes in, see them. And if it feels right, if it feels good, go with that. That is probably part of the plan. It's probably by the book. Fork in the road. So when you come to these big moments, like with these controlling people or the stifling mother, you're going to get to that clarity, that realization, okay? You're going to be faced with basically a fork in the road. Do you stay and accept it, or do you move on? Okay? All that glitters, exactly, with every single thing. Some of the energy you're going to be receiving when you open yourself up to being more receptive. Some of it's not going to be so great, okay? We also had the other card. Where'd it go? It was a 16. It was, oh, black flower fragrance, okay? All that glitters isn't gold, okay? To the sea. This card is always an energy to me. First of all, I've said this before on a video that I know I put up on YouTube. I hear Sea of Love every time I see this card. Sea of Love by the Honey Drippers. So it's calling. We also had this wild card, and I said that reminds me of how fantastical and that this divine soul connection has been through past lives. So we have that, the sea, we have that there as well. Poised, this is very much like coming to the edge. Okay, so you're ready. So you have everything that it takes, and you're calm and cool and collective. So this is about going with the flow and not being in resistance, okay? Regeneration, we had that energy coming through earlier with the awakening and the manifestation. Round and round and round. This is kind of cycles, but it is showing you that it doesn't have to be a cycle. It can be a spiral up, okay? It doesn't have to be a continuous circle where you just stay in that loop and complete that cycle. Round and round, you can go up. Just change your thinking a little bit. Change a little bit of your steps, and you'll be, instead of just doing a circle, you'll now be ascending. That's what wanted to come through. Happy, happy. What I'm getting with happy, happy, there's two happies there. For this past life connection, both of you guys are really wanting the happy, 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 happy for the group of energies that has the controlling people around them. There is something that could make everybody happy. And the something could be just that for instance, in the overbearing mother situation that she's so stifling. For instance, in that situation, it may just be that she needs to mind her own business, okay? But there is something that could make everybody involved happy, happy. Chop wood. A lot of this work that is going on in this past life connection that's happening right now is just learning the lessons and doing the work, okay? And that's also what's happening for, you know, the people learning to manifest and at that part of their journey right now. Okay, let's get just a few cards from this deck. How am I doing on time? Okay. This is going pretty long. Let me get... few cards from the Ascended Masters deck, please. It's one of my favorite decks. Two more shuffles, pull from the top. We have positive change, so that's good. We're on the upswing here. Okay. So we have positive change Clear and shield your energy. This is for the energy that's coming through for ascension. Purification, also the ascension energy. Trust your gut. Trust your intuition. Be open to receiving the information from it. Trust yourself to walk away from these bad situations. Trust yourself to put up boundaries, okay? You can do it. You are seeing this situation accurately. This is about that sudden clarity, that revelation, okay? So it's saying, yeah, you're right. This is it. This is exactly what you thought. Mother, wife, sister, daughter. Wow. So I've been talking about this overbearing mother. And this is kind of, I was really hesitant to say this. This overbearing mother, she wants to be everything to this son that she has, this adult son. She wants to be everything to him, his wife, his mother, his sister, his daughter. Not necessarily for real, his wife. Not necessarily like, you know, any type of inappropriate sexual behavior. That's not what I'm talking about. She wants to hold the number one position in this man's life in every spot. His mother, his wife, his sister, his daughter. She wants to be number one in each one of those spots, which makes it completely impossible to have a healthy relationship with any other female. All his spots are taken. Okay? That's the energy that I was seeing earlier, and that's kind of why I kept harping on this overbearing mother. I'm sorry. Let's pull. Okay, I'm going to go to Angelic Revelation 144 and Naked Flame Healing Messages. And a lot of messages usually come out. I'm kind of getting concerned with time, so I'm just going to shuffle a couple of times. I know some flipped in there, but they're going to stay. Okay. You're on my mind constantly. Do you think about me often? I am celibate and waiting for you. You are my one and only desire. I belong to you. A few weeks from now, I will never forget you and I will always love you. Nothing will ever change my love. Not even death can come between us and the connection that we share. You know, so these two cards, the first one and this one that I just read, they're very much surrounding the past life energy, okay? A few weeks from now, that's a time frame. Maybe this man is going to move out of his mother's house or whatever, kick her out of his house a few weeks from now. Maybe the controlled people are putting up their boundaries and it'll never happen again. There's a 2 weeks from now time frame. I feel that coming towards you would be a huge risk at this time. I'm not willing to blow my life up as I have got quite comfortable settling in. Still, my soul is constantly feeling that magnetic pull. This is for the past life energy. I had mentioned earlier, soulmate energy was brought in. And it's by the book. It's what it's supposed to be. It's how it's meant to be. I am worried that I am not the person you think I am. I know that I will be the best version of myself because of you. I'm inspired by your growth and I want to level up to meet you. The answer to your question is no. I want to also say that the answer is no. This is also for the group of people that have to set up their boundaries and that are always being walked all over because they are pretty laid back and easygoing. They need to learn to say no. And the energy of the overbearing mother, she needs to be told no. I know that I have impossibly high standards and that I have held resentment towards you when I've been upset with you. I am working on forgiving you and forgiving myself. And that came through with these healing cards over here for, you know, ascending and learning to manifest. My life has felt so fucking pointless without you, and I have suicidal thoughts. I know that I need to learn how to love myself and forgive myself, but I am struggling to get past my mistakes. So also, what I just heard, so this person who is struggling and has had suicidal thoughts, what I am told right now is the answer is no. Do not do that. Committing suicide would not be the answer. That wouldn't be the answer. Please reach out to someone else. And and talk about things. Your life is worth way more than you could imagine. Way more than you can imagine. Reach out to me if you need to. I will make time for you. I don't feel worthy because I fucked things up, but I want to know if you would give me another chance. I want you back. Okay, so those are the cards I wanted to come through from Angelic Revelation 144 Naked Flame Healing Messages. I'm going to get a few more cards. One more shuffle. Okay. Confirmation of this past life divine soul connection, past life healing. So we have that. Strategy, planning the next move. This very much goes through with the boundaries, people. Sink or swim. So sometimes you know, you really need to sink or swim. So if you need to swim and you need a little break because it's taking all of your energy, go with the flow. We've got that card either. Go with the flow. Success, victory assured, achievement, recognition, and financial gains. Loyalty, devoted, protective, best friend. Celebrations, parties, engagements, weddings, pregnancies, and birth. New adventures, new experiences. Addiction, battling or recovering from alcohol, drugs, sex, gambling, or shopping addiction. I'm also getting with this addiction card, it's not actually an addiction. It's kind of like behavior, because they were sort of kind of in a at least emotionally abusive situation with this controlling people or controlling parent. And that is what they're having to recover from, because that's done almost as much damage as an actual drug addiction. Or it has done as much damage. If they are not able to have healthy relationships, it's done as much damage. And this is Stop and Smell the Roses Oracle. I'm going to get a few. I'm going to get 3, please. And then we will end the reading. One more shuffle and I pull from the top the other 2. Okay. So to end the reading, we have, I have an enthusiasm for love and life. My vibration is high and contagious, making me magnetic to my divine partner. So that's the energy that wants to come through with the past life energy and the divine soul connection. I am part of all life and infinitely connected to spirit in my soul tribe. I embrace all connections I make on this sacred journey. I welcome a newfound love and bright beginning with my divine partner. That is a beautiful way to end. I hope some of this resonated with you. Like I said, all of it is not for everybody. There could be just a little bit here for you, or there could be a lot. I know a couple of these energies kind of took over. That needed to come through. The reason I know that needed to come through was I kind of knew that if this card came out, then I was spot on, and this was getting a little bit beyond. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please hit like and subscribe, and thank you so much. I'll see you later.